Chat, here we go! You missed the first kickoffs and the changes of possessions. Sorry about that. But we are into the upper brackets semifinal. It is Diaz versus Evoh, a best of 5. One of the things, they're on the wrong side. One of the things that I have to, get used to here is that the game insta starts. Because they're playing in Start GG, I don't really have control of the lobbies and when they get going. So, they'll just rip it, man. I won't be fully ready, and they just rip it, which is understandable. I am here as a spectator. Shout out Epic for letting me in as, a reporter into Start GG to be able to actually see the games today from inside the match. Much appreciated. Not something we were able to do before. And it has resulted in getting to watch some high HQ games instead of, getting a Discord stream from a random person or watching other people's lives. Now, that being said, yesterday, both these guys were live. Now, I don't know if they're both live today. Evoh would be at Young Evoh. I think he has Young Evoh clean with no underscores. Diaz is at Diaz RLL, I believe. Double L on his Diaz, as he was now get a reset around ceiling heights and flip it in for a 2-0. If you've watched these guys play recently, then you clearly enjoy my channel because they have played in the Fear versus Chat crew battle. Evoh on my squad, Diaz on your guys' squad, the Chat's squad. And it went down to the wire, but ultimately Diaz was able to pull out the win for Team Chat before going on to play First Killer on Team Fear, where Team Fear was able to get the dub. Now, can Evoh show me that I was right to draft him in the first place with a dub today with more money on the line than there was before? I think. I'd have to do the math. It actually might be a similar amount of money. About $100 extra here for this match if I had to guess without being sure, because with the lower bracket stuff, technically, you could win all the way and still get first, so there could be lots of money on the line, but assuming you lose, it's a whole thing. What is the Moxie and Diaz head-to-head? I'm not sure. First off, Release Rope, great to see you here. You did not get scammed on your streak by the double stream today. Moxie versus Diaz head-to-head. I'm going to guess it favors Diaz because I'm thinking that they probably only ever played on US East with Moxie. Oh my goodness. This is peak Diaz challenge. If you have just tuned in for your first stream today and you haven't watched Diaz before, Diaz going the length of the field from his back right corner, getting a reset. With a dribble headed to the left side of the net, he's able to fully move it back to the right and score. This is just Diaz to a T. And he will do it to put himself up 3-1. Just to give you guys a quick overview of everything that is going on in the game as well. We got Wavy versus Zapatos, or the tournament, I should say. AJ versus Nightya in the lowers. Tricky versus Loxy in the lowers. CRR versus Ren. Ren's actually the only name I've never seen before that's made it this far, so I'll be interested to see how CRR and Ren go. And then First Killer Magic Bear. Now, if you guys want to watch the rest of the streams, my guess is Wavy is live, so you can check out Wavy. You can check out AJ, who's live. You can probably check out Tricky, who's most likely live. CRR, I think I was told was streaming yesterday. I don't know if he is today. You can check out CRR. And then I believe Magic Bear is live. They're going to go next, which means we have to hop out of the lobby. But I'll let them leave it first. I can't control it, just FYI. So it's a leave and remake. Game number 2. Mental gone already. That was a fast forfeit. Messages, maybe from people who have not watched a ton of Evoh matches. Evoh loves a good early forfeit. He loves to hop out of games that he's losing, but can oftentimes, this is a weird kickoff by the way, can oftentimes still win. I mean, he seems to be able to shake off his super early losses and bounce back. Is he potentially throwing away opportunities with epic comebacks late in games? He might be, but prefers to just keep his mental state as clean as possible and just get to the next game. And that's where he's at right now. Now he went immediately back down, so 1-0 for Diaz. Picking back right up where he left off. Diaz might be the most exciting player to see crossover against the EU 1v1ers. It's so interesting. I'm just so greedy. You know, for a while, when people were being greedy about the RLCS ones, I said, oh, come on, we had nothing before. But I'm already getting into greedy mode, where I want to be able to see Diaz play, you know, on LAN against some of the other top 1v1ers. And the reality is, at most, to be able to play one MENA player and then Moxie, which just feels like not enough. We know you are greedy. Oh, okay, chill. That's not even what I was talking about. I was talking about wanting more 1v1 matchups. That being said, sub goal 28 today. Only one sub. Evoh, backflip challenge. Much lower scoring game here, and he's going to be able to equalize 2 minutes in. That should make salt mines and RLCS. I mean, they should just get more people at LAN. I don't really mind how the format goes or if it's salt mines or whatever. But getting a few more. Or even holding an exclusive 1v1 LAN could go crazy. Maybe we'll work towards there. Evoh up 2-1. Was his forfeit correct? Was it worth the mental switch up here to get himself a lead, potentially? Is this Salt Mine 5 leaked? I don't think... Well, listen, I definitely don't know if there's a Salt Mine or not. But I don't think there's anyone that knows. I feel like if that were to happen, it'll happen after the rest of the RLCS. That's kind of an off-season event that I'm sure nobody's really focusing on right now. Evo's going to get a third. It is not leaked. And if it does happen, it's not... It still didn't leak it. It could still happen, but that doesn't mean I leaked it in this moment because me and everyone else does not know if it's going to happen. Diaz, a couple quick kickoff goals, and he's got himself a tie game. Does seem like the Evoh win condition so far is a defensive battle, keeping the scoreline somewhat low, and then doing his best to try and sneak out a win towards the end of the game. He's done a decent job of that so far, but Diaz threatening to get going here after his couple kickoff goals. Is alert test alert the best ever first time chat? You got to keep track of all of them. Diaz vying for control. Shots up to the top shelf. Evoh faking jumps before eventually getting his clear. He's going to be low on boost. He's got 24 to work with. Diaz has a reset. We're watching from Evoh defensive POV, and perfect read. He has to prepare for the fake. Did he just intentionally box out and get bumped to get extra speed on low boost? Evoh jumped up and said, hey, Diaz, bump me, so on the way out, I actually get a bit of speed. I feel like there's a small chance he did that on purpose, which is insane. Like, hey, I'm not getting out there without your help. Come bump me so that I get extra speed. The best ever first time chat. You're right. Okay, it's settled. It's settled. There it is. Hard to compete with that one. Diaz needs to clutch up. Has a reset. Goes for a fake this time. Evoh has that red. Diaz going for the Diaz challenge, dude. You chase him down and you force him onto the back wall. Normally a terrible position to be in, and Diaz just shows that that's almost his favorite spot. Great save again by Evoh, by the way. The defensive game 2 from Evoh after what we saw in game number 1. Diaz was clearly on point. Just goes to show the kind of adjustments Evoh's made. Locking in here, and like I said, this is his win condition. Nice low-scoring game, making sure he's in the lead at the end, and is even going to use his lead to capitalize on an additional goal. So 5-3, Evoh gonna equalize. Is it best of 5? Yes. Yep. All right. Evoh's got it covered. And he's going to get one more, too. He's going to make it look like it wasn't close. It was down to the very end. But Evoh wins game number 2. So I think Magic Bear will win against First Killer. No, I'd have First Killer favored. I think that the grand finals, I think top 3, First Killer, Evoh, Diaz, most likely. I think that if I were to pick a 4th person, it'd be Wavy. And if I were to pick a 5th person, I'm going to go with the way Zapatos is playing. And then if I had to pick 6th, it would be Zach is back, 735. Daniel fell off in his signing up for tournaments ability, I guess. Yo! Physics, thank you for the raid. Absolutely hype raid. W raid. 9 million viewer raid. W raid indeed. Evoh with a techie first touch. But it's not going to result in a scoring opportunity. Diaz recognizing no chance to score from this position will reset to midfield. Lean back reset. Evoh nowhere close. Not in the stratosphere. Diaz strikes first. Do you think Ren is better than Tricky? I was just saying I don't really know anything about Ren. And because of that, it makes me assume that Tricky would be higher. Like I've seen Tricky, maybe I've seen Ren on the top 100 leaderboard. I'm not sure if I have or not. Diaz trying to commit to the speed, but ultimately trusted Evoh to make that clear, so he does back off. 65 boost. Hook shot, a classic in 1v1. He tried to fake Evoh into a bad position. Credit to Evoh for continuing to survive, but he won't survive forever. 2-0. Diaz reset ceiling height, and we're right back to the Diaz we saw before. 3-0 lead. He's cooking once again. The defense from Evoh can no longer hold on. Yeah, everybody's playing all at once. Earlier I mentioned all the places you could try and catch the games. Nush RL says, did Nush leave Alcadia? Huh? You tell us. Nush was kicked from Alcatia as far as I'm aware. Or Nush left for no team. He said, hey, this team, this org, and this contract is good, but what about having no team at all and not playing? Was Nush not their best player? I'm not really sure who you could argue their best player was, but I'll tell you one thing. Not showing up to a day of games is really hard to come back from. If you were to, like, establish some kind of win shares for a team, not showing up for some of the games and basically getting 0 win shares, like negative win shares, I mean, that's going to hurt you a lot. You have to be wildly the best player. Diaz missed a wide open edge, give himself an OMG. Might come back to bite him. Evoh, did he just jump off the ball with his resets? Big clear. Evoh saw it coming, pushed it to the backboard, and got enough power out to the midfield. Diaz now sidewall attack and goes so quickly. You looked at Evoh's perspective. It looked like for a second he's thinking, should I go sidewall? Should I try and challenge him here? Diaz separates the ball from the sidewall. And then Evoh is forced to make another decision. By the time he's back to net, Diaz has him beat. Oh, is it the Sam 1v1 going on right now? Who's in the finals of the South American Cash Cup? In between, I had a little bit of stuff to do. What'd you guys all do? I'm sure, like me, you hit a workout. Went and picked up Baby Feer. And then pretty much went live again. Swift Wisty. That's not surprising. Diaz. Ooh, missed this one. That would have probably triggered a forfeit. We'll see. Yep, there it is. Game number 4. Hey, Fear, just want to take a moment to say thank you for the laughs, the chill vibes, and the community you built. Your streams are more than just entertainment. They're a space where people feel seen, safe, and inspired. You've got this rare mix of authenticity and heart that keeps us all coming back, and it genuinely means a lot. Keep being amazing. You're making a difference more than you know. All right, I have to find out who said it first to see if they're being honest. Well, fortunately, it looks like Bacchus, which means it's just not true. So full-on copy pasta to make fun of me. He drops question marks, but I don't know, man. It took me 10 minutes to write that. So, Bacchus, just to be clear, if I Google this right now, I'm not going to find it as a copy pasta for other streams. Is that what you're telling me? If I pop it into ChatGPT, it's not going to give me this exact, paragraph that you sent. Nice play by Evoh. Guys, Fatal Tugboat is back. It's okay. Type 1 in chat if you were worried about Fatal Tugboat. Evoh up 2-0 here in a crucial game, number 4. Evoh, oh my goodness. Did he get a reset? Wait, he did. He used it so late. He used it off the bounce backflip. Dropped the what a save. Evoh saw the clip. He saw the millions of views showing up on his Twitch channel. And he has to drop the what a save for being denied. Diaz fake. And we'll tap it in. 2-2. 3:10 on the clock. Evoh's early lead erased. With it, his dreams potentially. Diaz camera checks to see what Evoh's up to. Evoh instantly challenging this air dribble. If he can find a way to get around it and catch it down, yeah, he could score. And he definitely tried to. But it's just a little bit too much. These reset pops from Evoh. My goodness, look at these shots from Evoh. He is dashing off the ball, essentially. and getting a reset, and in the process, just doing such a speedy backboard double while holding on to an additional flip. He was doing that earlier. His clip got denied by Diaz. This time he scores. Kickoff goal as well. Oh, you're right. I watched it through. Instead of... This is not a show match. This is technically the Cash Cups, but... Come on. When a clip gets hit that hard, we just watch it through. Evoh off the side wall. That's where NA has been so consistent, so dominant. They're so good when it comes to the kickoff side walls. Evoh, no exception. Makes it 5-3. Diaz to the skies. All the way to the top of the arena, and Evoh forces it high. So count it as a save and a counter. Nice defense from Evoh. Diaz did take such a high arc here, which limits some of his options. And Evoh took away one of the only ones, forcing him to go even higher and miss. Kickoff goal as well, 7-3. Diaz not one to normally forfeit too early. At least not as early as Evoh will, but not even sure if Evoh forfeits here. Probably needs one more goal for an Evoh forfeit. Of course, I'm not talking about in Evoh himself. I'm saying if Evoh was losing in this game. He's not about to forfeit up 8-3. (7-4). Wave dash kickoff for Diaz. Wait, Evoh followed behind him. Well, why was Evoh not going to net? I had to see for a second what he was up to. What? He just flipped out to the midfield 100. I mean, he just decided to give up, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it. He had to go back with the way Diaz won the kickoff. Diaz elected to boom here. Evoh has the save. It's 50 on the side wall. Not in a great position for either player as they're both kind of forced to reset it. Diaz, is he a North American at heart? Towers side wall dribbles. They're just fine indeed. 6-7. Evoh again creeping deep into the corner and not really being able to make it back. Evoh doing a little dance to bait Diaz in and then scoring a goal. It's like extra BM to dance on the side wall. You see Diaz POV. Oh, he kind of wall dashes his way in. This match is becoming the NA Classico. I don't think Daniel versus First Killer is even the NA Classico. I don't know if they have one because there could have been. Just to be clear, I think if First Killer stayed active during Daniel's peak, it would have been. But it was First Killer and then it was Daniel. Nice air dribble bump attempt. And then during the majority of Daniel's time, First Killer just didn't even play. And then when First Killer came back, he wasn't really strong enough to compete with Daniel, so Daniel just had the win. And then they never really had a good back and forth when they're just going, you know, at their peaks. Like a Rawas Moxie or something, you know, like they just keep Titans over and over again, continuing to play, continuing to match up against each other. Diaz, oh my goodness, Diaz, he didn't finish it. He needed it and another kickoff goal. The double or the triple. One from the backboard, one from the ceiling. Oh, Evoh. Evoh's feeling it today as well. Playing with Aqua and... Was it Aqua and Percy? What's his full squad in their LCS? They got to feel good about the way he's looking. Yeah, I don't think there's much of an El Clasico in NA. First killer just full-on dominated, so it's like when he was reigning, is it really an El Clasico or is it just FK domination? Then it swapped to Daniel. Now there is more people competing. It's not like Diaz has full control, so there's a chance it can start building up, but we haven't had enough time yet. Cam. But then Wavy wins them all, so I don't know. I'm trying Wavy versus whoever he's playing against in his $100 cash tournament that he wins every time. Evoh, nice chase down after the first touch to make it 2-0. Wavy versus Nah. If Nah has 100 million haters, I'm one of them. And that's why there's no El Clasico. Problem with making those kind of jokes is, oh, what a save! Where we quote basically watch party TTS jokes, is that a lot of the, you know, show match viewers on either YouTube or the live are like, what is Feer talking about? I don't know about Feer anymore, man. I think I'm out. So I think I have to tone down the jokes from watch parties. Evoh up 2-0 in game 5. Gonna send Diaz to the lowers. Would we have expected FK and Diaz in the lowers in this tournament? They're going to have FOMO, and then you'll get more Twitch viewers. Wait a second. Are you onto something? Diaz is going to tie it up. It's my fault for trying to pretend like this series was anywhere close to over. But certainly, it's reasonable to entertain the idea of an Evoh win here, which is what we were doing. Diaz and FK down in the bottom. Like I said, I would have Diaz, Evoh, FK as my 1, 2, 3, which is how it went when we did the crew battle tournament, right? You guys drafted Diaz, and then I drafted First Killer Evoh, and they've all had to play each other. So not the luckiest seeding for these guys. Yeah, how do the odds look? When the odds weren't fully through as Evoh gets a demo and a goal, 81% to 19. You know, the same exact game, or actually I think it was the next game, in the EU side, was Moxie and Nugget. Similar percentage. Nugget was able to surprise people, although Evoh should have had much more percent. Evoh played Diaz so close the last time they played. It went game 5. And I think Diaz had a commanding win in Game 5, but still, it was Game 5. And any Game 5 series is probably not at 81 to 19. Oh, Evo's not saving that one. Tight prediction. Diaz on a bounce dribble. Gonna shoot early. Evoh to the backboard. Quick jump off to get back to it. Diaz, wow. Tried to force a 50 down, and I am just so impressed by Evo's ability to find a way to get a good 50 there and quickly react to make a play on the ball, because that situation that Diaz just set up there punishes so many players. It is near impossible to get out of that situation and get an actual good touch and not just get beat on the follow-up. And Evoh keeps finding a way. And that's what you need here if you want to beat Diaz. Defensive masterclass. No boost for him. He's going to have to defend a full field air dribble because Diaz makes anything into whatever he wants, although he does like to take this one to the ground and go for a power shot. Another Evoh save. Evoh behind the play, gets a demo on Diaz. Diaz, will he respawn in the spot? Yeah, he should be able to stop it. So actually, Evoh's not even going to shoot. He recognizes it's not available yet. And instead, plays it to the other corner. Diaz gets a big 50 pinch save, but will die in the process. And will he respawn in time to save this one? Pre-flip, no! Evoh up 5-3. Cooking right now. Staring at a really advantageous situation. I wouldn't say an open net, but a great kickoff to put him in a good spot here. Was thinking about the demo. If Diaz had flipped out early, he didn't. So he'll go for a boost steal. Doesn't want to challenge early. A big mistake would be early challenge on that flick. Allow Diaz to score without taking much time off the clock here in this final minutes. Instead, he needs to force Diaz to take a bit of time no matter what. And he's got an open net. Make it 6-3. Diaz going to drop the OMG as he tries to get a little wall dash to get back and ends up flying past the ball. Needs some kickoff goals, and this could be the first. Nice bump onto Evoh, but Evoh's still in the right spot, and that is just how it's been going today. Every time it seems like Evoh should be awkward, should be out of the play. He finds a way to do something, but not this time. 30 seconds, 2 goals. Slight offset kickoff. Could be better for Diaz, but he's still going to win one heavy. I think a slight delay wave dash from Evoh. Maybe trying to hedge his bets here. Oh, goal line save. This is what I'm talking about with Evoh. How does he do it? He puts it up into the crossbar 70% of the way in and uses that to get the save. If he doesn't do that, Diaz probably has a follow-up. You need to be so careful with that chip up, and he was exactly that. Careful. And now he's got to win, and I was going to ask him if he wants the pogo. He doesn't. Evoh advances through the winners into the winners finals.